Hey guys, it's Nathan and Alex from the Dice Sanctuary, and today we are doing an unboxing of some stuff that we just purchased. More specifically, we're unboxing Covenant of Antarctica and Kingdom of Britannia. And are you going to do your campaign book?
Yeah, I'll show the campaign book too.
Cool. And a book and some Malifaux. I bought some Malifaux and try to put some more variety on the channel. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin the unboxing.
Okay, so I'll start off, and one of the things I got today was the Foxhound class light tank. In Britannia, obviously. This is these are fairly new models. They came out for Spartan Games' release of Armored Clash, which is their new expanded game this time. It's still in the dystopian war setting, but it's just on a grander scale. So I'll start off by showing you the stat card here. So as you can see, they have all the same stats as a small vehicle. They have damage rating of 3, crit rating of 5, 8-inch movement, 2 hull points, fairly low AP, AA, and CC, and no RAM rating. They have only one central gun, which is a 6-inch autocannon. And this is actually quite an unusual weapon. I've never seen this before in British vehicles. They have nil in range band 4, 2 and 3, 6 and 2, and then suddenly they go down to 4 and 1. So you definitely want to stay in range band 2 for these guys. But it's just kind of odd that the number of dice would go down as you get closer. Flipping the card over, we can see this model can come in squads of 2 to 3, and it has elusive target, small target, and spotter. Don't know why it has spotter, but it's okay. And the autocannon has a 4 fixed channel arc of fire. So moving on to the models themselves, here is the actual Foxhound, and it has some of the same characteristics as the other British tanks in the game. It has the standard World War I type silhouette, although it does have this unusual kind of carriage thing at the back, which supports the gun. So I don't know how well that would actually function in real life. Kind of think it would get bogged down with mud in a muddy situation, but oh well, it's dystopian wars, it doesn't have to make sense. Over here we have the command center of the tank. That's where the driver and the gunner and the most of the crew would be, and the main focal area of this model is actually the central autocannon right there, and it runs down the whole length of the tank. It's almost as if the tank was designed around it. And then if you look along here, you can actually see there's the gun is actually open air fed. The shells are exposed to the exposed to the elements, and you can see all the little rows of shells lined up and the little spring mechanism that pushes them along, which auto loads them. And in the set you get 6 of them, which is enough to make 2 squads of 3, which is their maximum size. So I definitely... Oh, you also get 6 bases as well. I definitely like these models. The detail on them is very crisp. There's some minor flashing, but that could even just be picked off. You don't even really need a knife for it. No air bubbles on the bottom. Not that it would matter much anyway. Yeah, it's all very clean and crisp, and I think it definitely shows the quality of the cast Spartan's putting out as of right now. So I'm just going to put these back in the box, and then I'll show you the other thing. I picked up 2 sets of Dystopian Wars things today. This one was armored, and they're both new, by the way. They're not old. The other thing I picked up was the new Lord Hood class battle cruisers, which is interesting because the battle cruiser is a fairly new addition to the Dystopian Wars universe. So I'll start off by showing you the stat card. So the Lord Hood battlecruiser has definitely got, it definitely combines battleship and cruiser, even if just by looking at the stats. It has a damage rating of 5, which is one higher than a cruiser, British cruiser, and a crit rating of 6, which is one higher than a British cruiser. Has movement of 8, which is the same the same movement as a cruiser. HP 5, which is slightly higher than a cruiser. 5 AP, 5 AA, and 3 concussion charges. So it shares the same ACAC as a battleship, but the same boarding potential as a cruiser. It has 3 main turrets, and they have the same British turret stat line. So they have 4 in rank band 4, 6 in 3, 7 in 2, and 9 in 1. Flipping the card over, you can see there's a lot of Mars that the model has. It has attachment medium naval 1, so you can attach it to a squadron of cruisers. It has bunker busting for the turrets, which will come in handy if you're playing near a coastline. There's bunkers and things like that. Combustible cargo, experienced engineers, hit and run, that's a fun mechanic. I haven't had a chance to try it out yet, so that should be interesting. Limited availability for 750 points, sharp turn, and also has an internal shield generator. Which I actually guessed when I was looking at the models. I was like, oh, it looks like it's going to have a shield generator in it. So, pulling the models out of the box, here's your 3 standard British turrets, as per usual, and here is the Lord Hood himself. So, turrets would just fit on like that. You could even magnetize them if you want to be able to move your turrets around, make pew-pew noises as you play. And the detail on this is very crisp too. I actually like how a lot of the design elements combine cruiser and battleship. You can see the kind of raised area that the battleship has, but the same kind of bridge that the cruiser has, as well as other elements as well. There's no torpedoes on this model, which is actually kind of odd, because the whole British specialty was torpedoes. So it's kind of interesting to see that it appears like Spartan's almost drifting away from the torpedo aspect of the kingdom. If you take a look along the side pieces here, you can see there's a lot of different copper. I'll be painting them copper. Different wires coming out and things like that. That's actually what first gave me the impression that there was going to be a shield generator on this. And in the set, I should explain, you do in fact get 2 of them, as well as 6 turrets, so you have enough turrets for both of your battle cruisers. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to playing with these new toys, but the only problem is, in most games we play, which is 1250, you can only take 1. So
good.
Nathan's concerned about them. I don't know if he needs to be concerned about them. Time will tell. We'll see if they're good on the table or not. And last thing that I got today actually didn't cost me anything, because Nathan bought it for me. It was my birthday a few months ago, and he hadn't gotten anything for me quite yet. Our hobby store, and they had Hurricane Season, the campaign book. And I should explain, I have Storm of Steel already, so I'm kind of going the campaign books backwards. But that's okay. I really loved Storm of Steel. The fluff and the backstory in it was fascinating. And I'll just do a quick little preview of what's in Hurricane Season. So, opening it up, you can see right off the bat there's a stunning piece of artwork. And that's one of the things that I actually really love about these campaign books that Spartan puts out. It's just the artwork in them. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the detail of the backstory as well. It's like you're reading a history book, but it's about a fictional subject. So just the level of creativity that had to go into all of this just really shows how committed Spartan is to producing quality game. Also in this book there are the rules for, so they detail fluff, but they also have scenarios showing different aspects of the campaign. So they have conflicts between Covenant and Empire of the Blazing Sun, the Kingdom of Britannia versus Japanese, Prussia versus Kingdom of Britannia, Prussia versus the Americans, Americans versus Covenant, Americans and British versus Japan and Prussians. And then they go on to include rules for landing craft, which was one of the main things I think at the time people were asking for on the Spartan Games forum. Was they were asking, could we please have something to allow us to move our armored stuff to different islands and things like that, so we could play naval but also play land games as well. They have the rules for the Black Wolf, the mercenary pilot. Has his own submarine, and he sails the 7 seas. Covenant of Antarctica rules, and also the addition of small flyers, the small flyer rules, which was another nice thing that Spartan added. So that's the Storm of Steel campaign book.
Storm of Steel?
Sorry, Hurricane Season. Hurricane Season book. I have Storm of Steel already, so now I'll be having. I'll have all the campaign books, all 3 of them, because the Spartan's now putting one out online on their blog for free, and it has a lot of the. From what I've seen, it's to the same quality as this, so that's awfully nice of them, and I really appreciate that they're putting things out there for free and they're doing all that hard work for free for us. So yeah, that's all the things I got today. Now Nathan will show you what he's got.
Was the Covenant of Antarctica Scorpios class heavy bombards. As you can see right there, hopefully. There we go. And I will open it up now. Or at least try to. These boxes are sort of hard to get into at first.
Once you figure them out, that's no problem.
Alright, so first off the bat is the card. Oh, I hope you were in focus when Alex.
Yeah, it was. It looked like it was. But
okay.
That's okay. I read out the stats anyway.
So it has a long lance, and in range band 1 it gets 7 attack dice. Range band 2 it gets 7 attack dice. Range band 3 it gets 5. Range band 4 it gets 5 as well. So it doesn't really matter what range band you're in. They're good in any range band, in my opinion. It has a damage rating of 4. It has a crit rating of 6. Movement 6. It has 4 hull points. It has 2 AP, 2 ACAC, 1 concussion charge, and 0 RAM rating. And that costs 85 points. And on the back of the card, it has the MARs are high velocity. So that's kind of like Alex's Huntsman, where if you get a damage on a ship that you're shooting at, you can roll on the crit table. That's nice. It has Inventive Scientist and Sturginium rounds. It's also fitted with an internal shield generator. So these are kind of like the medium walkers for land, but bombards. It's kind of a cool mix.
It's the same medium walker chassis, but
yeah,
with a giant gun on top of it.
Now to the actual model. So there is the sexy model. So as you can see, it looks very similar to the medium walker the general form of it. It has the 4 legs, as you can see. There's the front and the side. It has the where the crew, what's it called? Crew.
It's like I would say it's the bridge almost.
Okay, it's just where it operates basically.
Yeah, it's the bridge. It's not a ship, but it's it's the bridge of the water.
So it's right there, and they fitted it with with legs in the front instead of guns. That way, when it's shooting its long lance, it will be more stable. Anyway, the long lance is right. Let's put this up against black. Right there. It's this thing. It's this long thing right there. And it looks really cool because a scorpion. Alex is playing with my models. Yes, I had to clarify that. Since it's a Scorpios class heavy bombard, it has a relation to scorpions. And as everyone knows scorpions have tails. And anyway, it's kind of cool because the way they designed this is they made the gun look like a tail. And I thought that was really neat.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that actually. Nathan first pointed that out at lunch today. He was like, "Oh, it looks like there's a stinger on the back of them."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh."
So
yeah, I didn't even realize that.
There's
That was kind of cool.
There's one, and it's nice because with the land stuff from Covenant, it you don't need to glue anything because it's all one piece because of the way they're designed. But anyway, you do get. Well, let's move that. You do get 4 of them. So you can have 2 squads of 2 or 1 squad of 4. And of course you get 3, 4 bases. Let's put that in there. And yeah, that was all $12 Canadian, so it was good.
Yeah, mine was should explain the hood was the hoods were $17.95 Canadian, and the foxhounds were $11.95 Canadian.
So, as we said before, Dystopian Wars is fairly cheap, and for the money that you're paying for it, it is definitely worth it for the sculpts. On to Malifaux. So what I bought was, let's zoom out, because this is way too zoomed in. There. Is Malifaux. It is my second crew, and this is the Dark Debts crew. It's Jacob Lynch and the Hungering Darkness and 3 Illuminated. Now, this is the only plastic Malifaux crew I have. My other crew, which is Colette, is metal, but Malifaux is going into all plastic now. So, without further ado, let's open this up. Yes. Okay. So, I'm still learning about Malifaux, so I won't know what every thing on the cards say. So I'm gonna try my best. So you can see here, it comes with 1 sprue. I love the feeling that you get when you open up a new box set and you get the sprue. So the Hungering Darkness is 2 pieces. I'm sure there's more, obviously. He's right there and there. So he's pretty big. He's like half of my finger, of my pointer finger. But yeah, this Malifaux crew looks really fun to play because Jacob Lynch is in a orderly suit, which looks really cool. And then there's one model who is getting lifted up by a demon, and another one has this almost predator-like thing coming out of her mouth. It's disgusting, but it's awesome. And then the other one is kneeling with these badass blades as hands. So anyway, the thing with this Malifaux this plastic Malifaux stuff now is a lot of their contact points for the models are very small and they're flimsy. But I mean, it's plastic, so it's a lot easier to glue. So let's open up. So you get 4 regular bases. I'll try my best to show you. Right there. And then you get one big base. You also get cards. You get one of Jacob Lynch, Hungering Darkness, one illuminated, two illuminated, and three eliminated. Or not eliminated, illuminated. The only thing I know about the cards is the walking and the charging and the wounds. So Jacob Lynch has 8 wounds, his walk is 4, and his charge is 6. And he has a bunch of abilities, of course. And then Hungering Darkness has 7 wounds, his walk is 5, and his charge is 8, and he's way more abilities than Jacob Lynch does. Illuminated has 6 wounds, 5 walking, charge 8, and not as many abilities as the other 2. And I believe that's the same with all of the other illuminated. Yep, all the same. So, that concludes all of my purchases today. Very happy because I'm excited to get into Malifaux. I played 2 games with Colette, and I was like, I can't stand Colette anymore because she was so hard to play because of so many tricks you had to do. But I was told that to buy a new crew, and that way I can learn with them a lot easier than Colette. But don't get me wrong, Colette's models are amazing. Well, then again, all the Malifaux models are amazing. Weird Miniatures has done a great job. So, thanks for watching. This has been a Dice Sanctuary production. I'm going to start saying that from now on. And I'm Nathan.
I'm Alex.
And happy wargaming.